Progressing well. Feel like I really turned a corner a couple days ago. The kind of general soreness that I was having is really dissipating quickly. So just kind of all positive signs. Just waiting for that to really completely go away before I step on the gas. But I've been able to keep throwing and also increase my intensity of throwing up to like 75%. So just kind of hovering at that level for. There's still. I can't give you an exact date, but I feel like I'm really close to being able to, take the leash off and start getting after it and build up. And thankfully, being able to continue to throw, hopefully that build up is not that long, as opposed to being shut down for a couple weeks. Keeping the shoulder moving and being able to stay at that threshold is a big benefit in these situations.
When you say take the leash off, you mean you're referring to getting on a mound?
Yeah. Well, just like in all of it, increase intensity, get off the mound. That's the great thing about being able to continue throwing is once everything's healed and you say, okay, go, I'm able to do like I normally would be, which would be long toss, get off the mound, start throwing hard. All that should fall in line fairly quickly. It's not like you have to go, okay, let's play catch at 60 feet, let's play catch at 90 feet, then 100. And, that process in and of itself takes a couple weeks. So, you're starting, if it's a 100-yard dash, you're, hopefully starting, 50 yards down the track.
They told us the MRI showed reduced inflammation.
Yeah.
Is there still a little something?
Teeny bit, yeah. Obviously it was a quick turnaround. I don't think anybody really expected it to be completely gone, but to monitor it, to see how much it had healed, which was, it wasn't a significant injury to begin with, but just nice to see that it's more than trending in the right direction. It's just like, the consensus was it's like right there, you're almost there, and match that up with the symptoms that you're feeling, which are very mild, but I do still feel a teeny bit of something. So being prudent on the front end, really just waiting for this thing to be 100% right. And then, I've always felt like I'm somebody who can, once I get the green light, and I'm comfortable knowing everything's healed, then you can build up very quickly.
Is that the next step, getting the last of that inflammation out before you take the leash off, as you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Will you need another MRI, or can you just kind of go with this one based on feel?
Good question. I think I can probably go off feel. We haven't really discussed that. I don't know if they're going to want another one just to be 100%. But it seems like the MRIs are very much lining up with what I'm feeling. So it might just be something that they, say just go off your symptoms and, trust your body.
Given the timing of the injury where you had a full and normal spring training but didn't get into a real game, what's your sense of what a rehab assignment would look like, or if you'll need one? Or
I don't know. I don't know. I know I'm going to lobby for not needing one. I don't, in my mind, like I, have harped on, the fact that I was able to continue to throw is a big benefit here. Also a big benefit to maybe not needing a rehab start. And I don't know what they're going to want, but I think a lot of that's probably going to depend on how I feel throwing off the mound too. If I get off the mound and throw 100%, and I don't know how many pitches, and I bounce back and feel great, I think that would have a large impact on, like, okay, I think we all feel comfortable with you stepping on the mound in a big league game, as opposed to needing a minor league start. A lot of that probably depends on pitch count, what everybody's comfortable with as well. I don't think you can't go out there with a 50, 60 pitch count and go 3 or 4 innings and expect your bullpen to pick up the pieces after that. That's not fair for the team. But if it's 80 plus, I think that's a fair runway. Hell, that's what a lot of these guys get maximum anyway nowadays.
How often are you playing? Are you throwing right now?
Yes, every day.
How often? Every day?
Well, pretty much every day. Occasionally, there's like a deload days that I'll take off from throwing, just for recovery days.
It's April 8th right now. Is it reasonable to think we could see you before the end of the month?
I think that's very reasonable. Yes, we haven't put a time frame on it, but yeah, I would definitely suspect that would be probably the worst case in my. Well, worst case is being stupid and re-injuring it, but I think that would be a very slow build from here.